Scary, isn't it?
What the hell happened? Where's everyone?
Martial law. Riots in Gollum spilled over into Prague. The entire city's on lockdown. None but state police allowed in the streets tonight. They've all got itchy trigger fingers.
Wonderful. Dr. Miller? Tell him to meet me at the office?
He'll be waiting for you. Of course, you'll likely be shot getting there. Watch yourself out there, Jensen.
Alex, it's me. We need to meet.
You got a location? Because the streets aren't safe tonight, man.
Can you make it to the limb clinic, where we met before?
Yeah, it's not far. I'll meet you there.
What's the matter? Getting cold feet?
Just curious about something. About what happened in the Alps.
I'm thinking the same thing. Though it's almost like they knew we were coming, isn't it?
We?
No need to mince words with me, Jensen. Say what you're really thinking.
They were ready for me, Chicane. And when I tried to reach you on comms...
Motherfucker. Are you saying I tipped him off?
Easy. I'm just trying to make sense of what happened.
Alright. Look, it might have been my fault. I thought I was careful, man, making the approach like I did, but after I dumped you off, I got picked up on radar. I got sloppy. He's just that. Shit. Maybe I've lost the edge.
I don't think that's it at all. They knew we were coming the moment we lifted off from Prague. And not a lot of people knew we were going.
What? Miller?
I don't know. I don't really know who everyone is yet, who I can trust.
Listen. Miller would have preferred to send Mac and the strike team, so...
Forget it. I'm just tired. Not getting much rest lately.
Hey, look. I know it ain't easy finding your place. Believe me, I know what that's like. We're all on the same side here, alright? This task force is your family. And if you can't trust your family, man, you're lost.
Chicane.
Anytime. Now do me a favor, try not to get your clank ass shot out there. Alright? Boss is waiting. I suggest you get a move.
Don't know why he didn't listen.
Let's
see what we have. Fuck! Then why did he run?
What's the holdup? So?
So we killed a citizen.
The city's on lockdown. A true citizen would respect that. Get him in the truck.
Fuck, I'm glad you're okay, man. But you can't go off the grid like that again. Not with me.
It was an emergency. Maybe this will make up for it.
Is this the orchid?
What's left of it. Marchenko admitted killing Rucker with it right before he dosed me, so be careful.
Puta madre.
Think you can get it analyzed?
Yeah, we got a couple of scientists on the Collective's mailing list.
Good. Something big is coming, Alex. Ark's being framed for a terrorist attack that hasn't occurred yet.
They're gonna take more lives, blow up another train station? Jesus, Adam, look at it out there. Any chance we had of easing fears and fighting people's hatred will be gone. That piece of shit UN legislation will pass, and we'll all be thrown into AUG-only hellholes like Udalek.
While Nathaniel Brown sits back and earns trillions.
Brown? That slick suit from the Santo Corporation?
Page said Brown was calling the shots. And in Switzerland, Marchenko said Brown had confirmed date and time.
But where? Brown's been traveling extensively, promoting Rabia and his Safe Harbor initiative. His next junket's in London. But if he's behind this, he's not gonna attack himself.
Maybe not. Marchenko also mentioned someone who can tell us. But I have to meet with Miller first. How soon can you get the sample analyzed?
As fast as possible. If you're meeting with Miller, be careful. You walked into another ambush in Garm, and Miller's not off my suspect list yet.
We'll see.
That makes you a criminal in the eyes of the law.
Nothing to report.
On your knees! Shut up! I don't give a shit what you want. Behind your back. I told you I don't give a shit.
Adam, it's David. We need to talk. In private.
Nothing's more prowling.
I'm not so sure. I've sent a secure vid-call number to your smart home system. Get to your apartment and call me.
We sent a team to sweep the Garm facility. If there's anything there in that facility in the Swiss Alps that might point us in a direction, we'll find it. I just hope it happens soon.
Delara, what are you doing here?
Is that going to become our standard conversation starter?
I'm serious, Delara. It's dangerous outside. Non-essential staff should be home. How did you even get...
Ouch. Non-essential.
I just meant...
Work with me, Adam. I was trying for a little levity. Truth is, watching Picus News, hearing that the mobs were getting closer to the city, I was reminded of... Let's just say I thought being 3 stories below ground was better than staying in my apartment. So, I called in a favor and got state police to escort me in. Listen, I can tell something big is happening, so I don't want to keep you.
You doing okay, Delara?
Look, Adam, I didn't tell you why I left Lim International. That I was in session with a patient when the hit, and that I was...
You were attacked.
Her name was Madeline. She was 13. A really sweet kid. One minute we were talking, laughing actually, about something silly I'd said, and the next she was...
It was a terrible day. For everyone.
After I fought her off, she just stared at me like she was totally aware, you know, but not in control. God, Adam, I could see in her eyes that some part of her was still in there, locked away. And she was terrified.
Delara, I'm sure the girl...
Madeline. Her name was Madeline. You know the part that I'll never forget, though? The thing that keeps just replaying in my mind over and over? Right before she jumped out of my office window, I could swear she was crying.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound insensitive. But you made it through that, Delara. And I think you're stronger for it.
Thanks, Adam. Guess you just think you're over something, you know? And then...
I understand. But regardless of the reason, you took a risk coming back here. These are dangerous times for everyone.
You don't need to worry about me, Adam. I'll be fine. I'll just hunker down in my office until the storm passes. Besides, I hear I have a very comfortable couch.
Just take care of yourself.
I always do. I don't know why. I always fear the worst. Good luck out there.
I'd avoid McCready if I were you. He said something about if you wanted to step out of line again, he'd be happy to set you right. Mac didn't take too kindly to your little trip to the Alps.
Can't we do something?
They're dead. The team in Jakarta. I couldn't save them.
Our CI got tagged for
Our
outstanding
Jakarta
parking
team
tickets?
received an alternate command to head north, right into a trap, and it came from this location.
Jensen,
How did they
give
get
us a minute.
cut off?
An historic event
These
coming up and
crackpots
everything's
come up
normal.
with this stuff.
You ask me? Normal in this case means something's very wrong. There should be network chatter all over New York with the human restoration vote coming up. It's too quiet.
Hate these damn tinfoil hat weirdos. The police are mobilizing in Gollum. Full combat gear, drones, exosuits, the works. We intercepted a directive authorizing the use of deadly force. Gollum is gonna be a war zone.
The threat probability index is inconclusive, but since these guys are augmented, you have to think the human restoration vote could be the target. But what if the upcoming attack is not about Augs at all? I mean, ARC could just be after money. Imagine that. All this destruction for what? A couple $1 billion.
This whole odd situation is totally out of control. People think things will calm down after the human restoration vote? For a lot of these guys. You want a headache? Try negotiating with the state over our informants. As soon as they feel they're losing ground, the cops stop speaking English.
First, it was checkpoints. Then more checkpoints. And now, riot police. It may not be martial law, but it feels like we're forced into this
Look, if the vote passes, it's not like Augs are going to be crippled. The dampening chip only limits their enhanced abilities.
Maybe it's the words human restoration they don't like. We're saying they aren't human.
Well, the tension out there isn't helping. All the rioting is making it worse for everybody.
Everyone has the right to protest, even the augmented. Besides, the real problem is ARC, and they're not the ones getting tear-gassed in Gollum. I don't know what you think, Jensen, but all the vote wants to do is keep everyone safe. Human restoration isn't about punishing the augmented. It's about making sure everyone's equal.
I hate when the wrong people get blamed. It's always the poor, helpless people who suffer in these conflicts, never the real people responsible.
You all right, Jensen? I'm picking up a weak signal from somewhere in your system. Huh. For a minute, it seemed like someone was tapped into your info link. Crazy, right?
Chang was asking if I noticed anyone suspicious hanging around, or if I felt like I was being followed. I swear, people get more and more paranoid every day. I had to tell Chang, I'm just a janitor, leave me alone. He mumbled something about the dark net. Chang was asking if I noticed anyone
I've been
suspicious
trying to
hanging
ID the
around,
bodies of
or
the
if I
people
felt
who
like I was
crashed the
being
operation
followed.
in Dubai.
The NSN is down again. I contacted the manufacturer. They just told us to reboot. Jim is furious. If you ask me, we should send the NSN unit back to the manufacturer. I swear we followed every protocol and restarted the system at least 10 times. I don't know what the problem is.
I don't believe it. Ark knows Jensen got out of this.
This is moving way too fast.
Valuable intel, and they're putting out rumors to throw us off the trail.
Doesn't make any
They're a bunch of augmented thugs.
They're not terrorists. They've hit this city 3 times. Maybe they're smarter than we think. We'll never win as long as we keep underestimating them. You're making Ark desperate, Jensen. That's great. If we want to stop Ark,
Tell me about it. It's like herding cats. They say the next attack is going to be in London. I hope they're right. I don't know how many more terror attacks we can sustain before the whole world is...
The NSN is down again. I contacted the manufacturer.
We might be sending
they
McCready
just told us
to
to
the
reboot.
lab that created
Jim
the Orchid.
is furious.
We've narrowed the location of the Orchid lab down to 3 possible targets. But we need more time to make sure we don't mobilize.
We finally caught a break. We know where the missing New-Paw shipments are going. I had no idea that Valley were interested in neuropozyne. They really have their hands in everything.
Now these market attacks are always squeaky clean in favor. Hang on.
Not safe out there.
I can't
Not safe anywhere.
The IT team discovered we were being bugged. Someone had access to our entire network, but only published the files.
The Volley haven't been too careful about covering their tracks. Looks like they're promising Og safe passage to Rabia. Maybe Santos.
I guess there's a chance he died in the blast.
Can't get willingly. Takes a lot of labor to build a city in the middle of the desert.
Makes you wonder who's in whose pocket.
Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video. MIA is still better than him blowing
Access
up
granted.
something else. MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
I'd avoid McCready if I were you. He said something about
I finally
if you
cracked the
wanted to step out of
encryption
line
on a
again,
darknet cache I've been
he'd be
targeting.
happy to set you right.
It turns out, all you need to get an OG permit is to have photos of high-ranking government officials in compromising positions.
I'm only now starting to appreciate how good Agent Matt was.
Could be the start of a family war.
It takes balls to go undercover within a crime ring
I
as
guess there's a
brutal as a
chance he died in the
Diwali's.
blast.
To get as deep as Black did, to get the data he did. It's such a shame.
Fuck Jensen, if that shit in Gollum boils over to Prague, we're gonna have a bad day.
Peterson pulled his ID on the train station video.
I hope they pass the human restoration vote. It may not stop rioting, but it'll sure as hell make it less dangerous.
Damn fine
for
work, actually.
No way I'm getting shot over some fucking argument I don't even care about. No, 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 no! You couldn't pay me enough to step outside right now.
Everyone thought you were dead, but me. I'm the only one who reads the case files. I know what you can do. It's like Smiley says, you just
MIA
Jensened your
is
way
still
out of
better
there.
than him blowing up something
God,
else.
the place was cleaned out by the time the sweeper team
How
got
did they
there.
get cut
You
off?
guys are pros. Serious pros. They didn't leave much behind. God!
MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
Not safe out there. You know, I was starting to think you got rounded up. My God, martial law. I heard it's pretty bad out there.
Bad enough. Don't go out if you don't have to.
Yeah, well, it's getting bad in here too. I've been going a little nuts. I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure who I can trust anymore.
What are you talking about, Chang?
You know I've been looking into Janus, right? Well, turns out Janus knows things about this place. About us. Things they could only know if... Information that could only come from inside.
You think Janus has a mole inside the task force? What makes you say that? What exactly have you found?
I can't tell you that, Jensen. I'm in charge of cybersecurity here. You really didn't think I wouldn't notice what's been going on? You've been poking into people's computers. You've been doing other things.
Do we have a problem, Chang?
Easy, Tiger. I'm not accusing you of anything. Yet. All I'm saying is, I'm a paranoid guy, Jensen. Right now, more than ever. If someone I work with is... I need to know these walls are safe.
Nowhere is safe. My job, my reason for being here, for doing whatever it is you think I'm doing, is to change that.
Are you saying I should keep this to myself for now?
I'm saying you should do what you think is right. Use the resources you have here to go after the people who deserve it. People who manipulate others, who do everything they can to hurt others. You really think that's me?
No, I don't, Jensen. Just be careful, all right? Make sure you know what you're doing.
I'm always careful, Chang.
Be careful, Jensen.
MIA is still better than him blowing up something else.
Jensen, I hope you're not having problems with your terminal, too. It's been non-stop for the past few days. New passwords, forgotten passwords. Some guy even deleted his entire operating system. The drive had nothing on it.
I guess
Believe that? I didn't even know that was possible.
You know what I heard? He got captured, escaped, and sneaked his way out of a heavily guarded facility. That's his idea of a recon mission.
That's Jensen. He's a hands-on kind of guy.
He's also got a bit of a problem with authority.
So what? The hostiles were there, but he got out with the intel we needed. Mission accomplished. Nice work in the Swiss Alps, even if it was unconventional. You're definitely good at what you do, Jensen. I don't know how you do it.
I can't believe you went into that Swiss Alps facility alone, Jensen. If you're not more careful, one of these days you won't be coming back.
Information archived within the walls of Palisade is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured of anonymity, Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archive.
I understand that, but I have agents scattered around the city.
Have imposed a state of martial law throughout their city.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
This, after riots in the Santo Group's Foodalek complex threatened to spill over into the capital streets. Allegedly perpetrated by masses of augmented in reaction to the sudden, unexpected death of the riots have many people fearing the worst. That a repeat of the Aug incident may be at hand.
We have
Many
jurisdiction.
citizens are now dependent.
Where? When? Don't give me that crap. I need safe passage around this city.
If passed, it will mandate the
Yes,
worldwide
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
downgrading of augmentation.
The city's in lockdown, I get it. But I'm in the middle of a level 1 threat investigation here. You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. I understand that. But I have agents scattered around this city. You made it. Hell of a time for a lockdown.
More like convenient, given everything that's happened in this investigation so far.
What does that mean?
They knew I was coming. Marchenko and the gold mask from Dubai. Somebody tipped them off.
Are you accusing me?
I'm not accusing anyone, yet. But 2 ambushes in less than a month? I want to know what's really going on.
So do I. McCready dug into GARM. Started out as a geological research center, funded by the European Union, until 2025, when it was purchased by a nameless shell company.
You put Chang on it?
That kid scares me. Tracked it back to Bell Tower Associates in under an hour.
I take it no one purchased it when Bell Tower went bankrupt last year.
Wasn't even listed on the asset sheet. So like I said, you stumbled into something big. Care to focus on figuring out what it is? Chicane debriefed me while you were flying back. Leon sent in a strike team. Got there about an hour after you two slipped out.
And the mercs were gone.
Did a pretty good job of trashing the place before bugging out, and left a few booby traps behind. So we have no idea where they went or what they're planning next.
Not necessarily. I heard Marchenko talking to his men. He said something about finalizing a deal with the Diwali.
We need to move on this now. I'll get a search warrant for that old Diwali-owned theater on Tsar Dibi Adlam Street.
You really think we have time for a search warrant?
No, but with the city under lockdown, I can't guarantee you'll make it over to the red light district alive.
I got here, didn't I? Nobody's killed me yet.
All right, fine. I won't stop you. Just be careful out there, Jensen. Let me know what you find.
Copy that.
You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. I understand that.
Be advised, late-night food service is delayed due to the curfew. Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video. Peterson pulled his ID off the train station video.
Well, did they send anything from New York recently?
Damn fine work, actually.
Hey, Adam.
They're trying to lock it down, but I was able to bypass most of the state police.
Good for you. The last thing we need is more bloodshed. There's been enough already. If I had your stealth training, I might head home, but I think I'm safer in here. Plus, my test results are in and they're putting me back in the field, finally. I don't want to run in with state police messing that up.
Whose unit are you assigned to for your next mission?
McCready's.
Really? I thought...
He actually recommended me. Told me I shoot better than anyone on his team.
That's great. Talk to you later, Arya.
Bye, Adam. See you out there.
Hear me? You have to come quick. He's here.
Who's here? Who is this?
It's Daria. From the crime scene. Do you remember? I'm at home. About me to cross from yours. Please, hurry. I need you one thing.
Are you still there? Daria!
Raczej bych rozdał też pan płatła. Raczej bych střílel a ubil kolem sebe.
something in the air.
Hlášení o zákazu vycházení. Násilí v komplexu útulek se šíří. Kvůli vlastní bezpečnosti nevycházejte ven. Hrozí zavření.
What a horrible night.
Access granted.
I will let you know as soon as I see anything. Never even spoke to one.
Pozor, platí dočasný zákaz vycházení.
Today is going to be a good day.
Died, something would spark. Enough rain to drown a duck. Closing on search. How long do you think this is going to last?
Just getting started. Things are going to get a lot worse.
Custody. Father won't keep his mouth shut. What about the rest of the Augs rabbits? They've been rounded up. Can't really keep them in custody. Lock them up in cages? Send them off to go cities following orders.
That doesn't mean it's right.
You know, if you said a shit like this wouldn't happen.
Where's their machine guns now?
Should have done this long ago.
You get off on this kind of thing? You holy sadist. Let me go. I need to get out of here.
Everything is fine over here. Damn Augs. They sure aren't helping themselves. I want a lawyer!
My brother is missing. I hope he's in jail. The police never arrest the real criminals. Only the innocents who don't know how to avoid.
We'll just wait it out in here. Then in the morning we'll go home, okay?
I can't believe I lost track of time like that.
It's okay. It's actually kind of romantic in a weird way. Trapped on the wrong side of town, hiding from the police.
What a stupid idea it was to go to that party. I knew it was a bad idea. Nothing good ever happens when they come to this district.
It's freezing out here.
Keep your head down. Don't do anything stupid. So stupid. I should have paid closer attention to the
Well,
time.
you've ruined the mood.
Look, we don't want any trouble.
Maybe you should find your
It
own
won't be
place to
long
wait out the
before
curfew.
This is just the beginning, my friend. A civil war is coming. It is inevitable.
Arc riots reach
Get
all
away
the
from
way
me,
here.
man. I don't have any extra new poles for anyone.
This weather is miserable. It is almost as though the gods, whatever
There
gods
is only
might
so
still
much we can
exist,
do right
are
now.
mourning.
Don't try me. I'm a rabid Wolverine. I'll come at
The
you.
Golem riot is just the start.
They're going to open
They
fire.
will call
I
in
know
the
it.
military. You will see.
Maybe after this storm, the sun will...
Oh God, I hope they don't catch us in here. It will be straight to Golem City if they do.
Hearts is pounding. Did you see the cages they were putting people into?
No questions asked. I saw one man getting kicked and beaten because he was trying to show them his identification.
Police are using this martial law business as an excuse to treat us like animals.
Animals don't deserve this kind of treatment any more than we do.
I can't believe they're actually putting us into cages.
All this because one man died?
Horrible night to be stuck outside.
1 minute past curfew, and basic human rights go right out the window.
Good thing there's lots of room in here. Wait.
Okay.
Fire on anyone?
Hey, what's wrong? You look worried.
I am worried. Tatiana's unit's been sent into Golem City. I haven't heard from her in a while.
Ah, that's just separation anxiety. Probably went out. She's fine.
Maybe.
Bullshit, baby. It's true. Me and my wife, when we were married, we couldn't stand to be apart more than a few hours, best. Just the thought of it made me sick.
Yeah? And what about now?
Hasn't changed a bit. Popular still makes me sick.
This weather is miserable. It is almost as though the gods might finish this.
I'm schizophrenic. You know what that means? Here's the hint. It does not mean I have more than one personality.
In Prague? I can't
Some
believe...
cultures on this planet are enlightened. In those cultures, they understand that schizophrenics are to be honored.
You know,
because they
it's
have a
just a smokescreen.
perspective nobody else
This
can
whole
imagine.
AUG thing was cooked up so that we would ignore all the big problems they don't want to address. Climate change, resource competition, population stress, that's all on the back of
Adam, good. We need to talk, son.
What's going on, Seraph? Why the secure vidcall number?
I looked into Facility 451. It was a processing clinic, one of dozens set up after the incident to help augmented people recover. They were supposed to be places to heal, but they were run more like prison camps.
And?
And I don't think you got your new AUGs there. You said rescue teams dumped you in that clinic shortly after Panchaea collapsed, but your name doesn't appear on its entry logs. And it doesn't appear on any survivor recovery lists either.
They said I was a John Doe. Nobody knew who I was.
It wouldn't have been hard to find out. Your augmentations have serial numbers. Or at least the ones I had installed into Adam Jensen did.
Are you suggesting all my AUGs are new? Even the ones you gave me?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you, all the AUGs we ever installed had registry codes, and they're not hard to trace.
I know my AUGs, Seraph. It took 2 years for my body to get used to them, to unlock all their potential.
2 years? Really, Adam? One of which you don't remember because you were allegedly in a coma in Alaska. Look, son, all I'm saying is it wouldn't have been hard to identify you, but for some reason, that never happened.
Why are you so sure I didn't get these AUGs in Alaska? Orloff was there. I spoke with him.
You said he was using an alias, McFadden. I looked into it. Casper McFadden didn't exist until the day you regained consciousness, which was 1 month before you escaped the facility.
Okay, so where was Orlov?
Not in Alaska. He was with Tai Young Medical for a while, and in the spring of 2028, his name pops up once or twice in the Baltic region. Then he dropped off the grid, and McFadden shows up.
So what does that prove? Orlov is McFadden, and McFadden is Orlov. None of it connects him to me.
Except for the AUGs which Orlov designed and nobody else knows how to install, let alone make compatible with a competing system.
I found a set of Orlov schematics in a secret military facility in the Swiss Alps. The mercs there had the same augments as me. Do you think I could have been there?
A secret military base in Switzerland? It's kind of far from the Arctic, but...
But what?
When Panchaea collapsed, the original search and rescue mission was reclassified as a recovery operation after 7 days.
Meaning they weren't expecting to find any more survivors.
A few days after that, a unit of soldiers who were never publicly identified intervened. I think that's who found you.
They pull me out of the ocean, take me somewhere, and a year later, Orlov and I show up in Alaska.
Maybe. Listen, son, there's some conclusions you have to make for yourself. I've gone as far as I can take you. Orlov might have had answers, but as soon as you found out he was in Prague, that he'd been visiting Prague periodically ever since you started working with TF-29's division there, somebody killed him. You tell me what it means.
I can't. Not yet.
Well, if you ever do find out, give me a call. Until then, take care of yourself, Adam. Be careful.
Thanks for the help, Seraph.